Let us now move on to equation of motion in momentum representation. In the previous session, we had the introduction of momentum representation using Fourier analysis, and also we have evaluated expectation values of position and momentum operators in momentum representation. Okay, let us begin the derivation with the equation 3.117, which is actually the Fourier analysis equation which connects wave function in momentum representation and position representation. Okay, so we are going to use this equation and multiply both the sides with I h cut dou by dou t. So now we have this equation. On the left hand side we have I h cut dou by dou t, or dou phi by dou t is equal to 1 by square root of h cut integral is from minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, I h cut dou psi by dou t e raised to minus I p x by h cut dx. Let us substitute on the right hand side. I h cut dou by dou t is substituted with the operator value Hamiltonian, that is minus h cut square by 2m dou square by dou x square plus v of x. Okay, I have substituted in the right hand side, only on the right hand side. Okay, now we have two terms, 1 by square root of 2 pi h cut into integral minus h cut square by 2m dou square by dou x square plus v of x. Okay, sorry, first term is this one, 1 by square root of 2 pi h cut into integral minus h cut square by 2m dou square by dou x square into psi of x comma t e raised to minus I p x by h cut dx. Okay, I am going to evaluate both the terms separately. So I have rewritten the first term here. So I will take this part, integral. The remaining part is only a constant, so I will just leave it here. So integration by parts. So I am going to take this as first function and this as a second function. Okay, so first function I have written it like that, e raised to minus I p x by h cut, that itself first function into integral of the second. Here we have dou square psi by dou x square, so when we take integral, the order of differentiation will be reduced to 1. So we have dou psi by dou x and apply the limits minus infinity to plus infinity, because we have limit from minus infinity to plus infinity. Now minus of integral of derivative of first. Derivative of first is derivative of exponential. So we have constant minus I p by h cut and exponential as it is. Then again integral of the second. So dou psi by dou x into dx. So as you know, using the finiteness condition of psi, we have the variable x tending to plus or minus infinity, let mod psi tends to 0. Psi and its derivatives, dou psi by dou x. So we have this term becomes 0. So when we apply limits, this one will be 0. So the remaining part will be the second term. So I will rewrite it here. Actually we have this one. Okay, we didn't take this constant along with the term. I have kept it behind. Now we have a constant minus of minus I p by h cut. Okay, so once more we are doing the integration by parts, keeping the constant outside. Again I have first function is exponential, so first function into integral of the second. Integral of the second means we have already dou psi by dou x, so when we integrate it, psi remains. So then we can give the limits, upper limit and lower limit, minus integral of derivative of first. So I should have a minus I p by h cut here coming out of the differential, then exponential I p x. Yeah, like what I have done here, derivative of exponential, I have a constant minus ip by h cut integral e raised to minus ipx by h cut exponential as it is, then psi dx. Okay, I'll rewrite it. This term again goes to 0 because using the finiteness property will have psi or dou psi by dou x will be going to 0. So this term is also 0. So I have integrated this equation twice, this integral twice, and now I have this one because by applying limits, when we do integration by parts and apply limits, what happens is the first term always gets 0 because of the finiteness property of psi and dou psi by dou x. So now we have only this term. After applying limits, we have only this term, and I have a minus and a minus of constant in the bracket twice. So I will write that as square here. Then minus of minus gets plus, and what remains is integral e raised to minus ipx by h cut into psi of x comma t dx, plus in the equation we have a second term also. Okay. Now we will apply the value of psi of x comma t. This is, I'll just leave the constant there. Integral e raised to minus ipx by h cut. The value of psi is 1 by square root of 2 pi h cut into integral e raised to integral phi of p comma t e raised to, I'll give it as a variable, e raised to I p prime x by h cut dp prime, then dx plus term 2. So just now I am not going to write term 2, we will just write it as term 2 itself. Okay. Now I have two constants. The constant is 1 by square root of 2 pi h cut minus h cut square by 2m, minus square is plus and I square is minus 1. So we have minus p square by h cut square. So you can cancel h cut square, and now we have 2 square root of 2 pi h cut. So I can write it as 2 pi h cut, okay, p square by 2m integral phi of p prime comma t, then integral dp prime integral e raised to, I am going to collect both exponential terms. So e raised to I p prime minus p into x by h cut dx. This is like a previous session, we are going to integrate this, and what we have is the Dirac delta function plus term 2. So I'll write it p square by 2m 1 by 2 pi 1 by h cut into 1 by 2 pi integral phi of p prime comma t. I think I'll take 1 by 2 pi inside. So 1 by h cut dp prime 1 by 2 pi into integral minus infinity to plus infinity e raised to I p prime minus p into x by h cut dx is delta of p prime minus p, h cut into delta of p prime minus p. So we have, this is p square by 2m, h cut get cancelled here. Okay, I'll write it 1 by h cut into integral phi of p prime comma t dp prime h cut into delta p prime minus p. So h cut gets cancelled. What you have is term 2 is there. So p square by 2m. This integral using the property of Dirac delta function, we will have phi of p comma t plus term 2. Now I am going to integrate the second term. Okay, now I am going to integrate the second term. From after integration, the first term is p square by 2m phi of p comma t. Now we have the second term here, 1 by square root of 2 pi h cut integral from minus infinity to plus infinity v of x I of x comma t e raised to minus I p x by h cut dx. Okay, so the easiest way of doing this integral is using the convolution property. I can write this term as such as this term. Again, the Fourier analysis is included. You have to remember that Fourier analysis is included in psi of x comma t. So I can directly write this as a integral v of p prime minus p psi of p prime comma t dp prime. So now I have I h cut dou phi of p comma t by dou t is equal to, first term is p square by 2m phi of p comma t plus integral minus infinity to plus infinity v of p prime minus p phi of p prime comma t dp prime. So this is ultimately giving the potential part. So in effect it turns out to be p square by 2m phi of p comma t plus, this is something like a function of potential energy in momentum representation into phi of p comma t. But it is not right to not the correct way of writing the potential here. So we will leave this as the integral itself. That is the correct way of writing it. When we apply the value of potential and integrate it, we will have the correct value of potential. So this is the equation of motion in momentum representation. So I think you have now you have a clear idea of what is a position representation and or a position space and a momentum space. The basic understanding is that the wave function psi is expressed as a space variable and time in position space, and accordingly the operators, the notations of operators, operator notations will be changing. And in momentum space and the basic operators, we know that using the basic operators like position and momentum, we write the higher order operators. So position and momentum goes like in position space, position itself and momentum is minus I h cut del x. So using these two operators we formulate the higher order operators. Likewise in momentum space our wave function we just give a different notation because the variables are momentum and time, and the operators, position operator and momentum operator gets changed like I h cut del p is the position operator and momentum operator is momentum itself. So using these two operators the higher operators gets changed.